So, you know, expect a bunch of goals here. There is also the personal battle. Khadija Bunny Shaw there, you can see her. Yara Keating in goal. A back four of Esme Morgan, Steph Horton, Alex Greenwood and Katrine Vide, Natalie Bjorn and Karen Holmgaard as centre-backs, along Vicky Savecki, Hannah Bennison, Leonie Meyer, Abby Clark and Annie Wilding. The last two are Everton or Manchester City, as both teams take the need to show all forms of discrimination are not tolerated in the women's game, and we're off and running here at the Academy Stadium. Manchester City versus Everton. Manchester City, of course, in sky blue, and Everton will be playing in their yellow shirts. And Khadija Shaw already lurking, Lauren Hempen driven, and other side. Bunny Shaw already pressing early as Everton try and play the ball out from the back. They don't do very well to do so. And Manchester City were there as well after missing the Euros. After Serena Wiegman decided not to take her. The injuries for other teams have meant that there's space here as Everton attack down the left side. And it is lifted in. Pulled down on the edge of the area, and Izzy Christensen is lurking. How she'd love to score today. And she's still pressing. That wide to Lauren Hemp. Chloe Kelly is waiting. And it'll be laid off. Yui Hasegawa. Kelly. Cross to the back post. Hemp will head that back in, and it will go for the give and go. And gets it. Katrine Veit. Pass is cut out though. Cut your Snursh battling. Elise Stejnovic. City. Everton not really pressing too much here. And now, where they will be unlikely, but not impossible, to continue their run of playing in the UWCL, being one of the three teams to do so. They will need to score a hatful of goals though. And they're trying to do so already. Lauren Hemp doing what Lauren Hemp does. Back to Wahabi. And that's a good run again. And this is what I said about eventually Chloe Kelly. You can see though, started 11 games, played 18, only scored once in the WSL. Perhaps less production there. Lots of change, of course, Man City for the past year or so. And now they will work forward. Nice exchange of passes here. Chloe Kelly trying to twist and turn. It will only go as far as Yui Hasegawa, who a long way back, Bunny Shaw, but she lays the ball away. And now we might see some progress from Man City. Hemp takes on Katrine Veit. And this is good passing once again, and that was a driven pass. You can see the skill and intricate passing of Yui Hasegawa, and Manchester City lifted into the area, but he made her first foray into the full Lionessa squad, and there's a ball down the line for Chloe Kelly, who will get the cross in. It's cleared away. Bunny Shaw was waiting. And you get the feeling that Manchester City just and get a feel of the ball here. Claire Wheeler out to Lucy Hope. Will try and cut inside, and again Man City, of those Man City wingers. Hasegawa again. Kelly cuts inside and plays a good ball through, and Bunny Shaw nearly got under Nick Cushing. And Manchester City really were the dominant power. Nicolene Sorensen though, was played into the area, and Katja Schnursch machine of Manchester City. Everton couldn't take advantage though. We'll try again. Katrine Vai down the right side. Schnosh is in the middle. That's laid off and very near for this corner to be lifted into the area, and that's off the top of the bar. And also West Ham versus Tottenham as well. All of those available elsewhere, taking place right now on the FA Player. Laid off for Esme Morgan, who's stepping up into midfield a lot, nominally a right back, but she's almost stepping up into midfield here. Here's Wahabi. Lauren Hemp goes outside it, sees the pass now. Wahabi goes for the return. Teams with nothing really to play for. Manchester City, as we've said, nominally have a UWCL place to play for. Angledale. Wahabi. For Hemp. Castellanos is lurking in the area. Hemp goes for the byline and puts a cross in. Bunny Shaw challenges. And Courtney Bosniak, this game is a little flat. Needs a moment of quality from either Man City or Everton to bring it to life, you suspect. And they might struggle a little more. But we'll see what they can do now. Esme Morgan down the right side. Everton player has gone down injured. Play will continue. And there is space. That's cleared away again. Chloe Kelly can't make the pass through. There is an Everton player still down. And Karen Holmgaard striding forward. Now Katrine Vai, who's switched sides. Stenovic. Hope. Manchester City trying to get clear though, and Steph Horton doesn't manage to, but that ball will just overrun. And so Yui Hasegawa will collect. Settle things down. But it'll be interesting to hear Brian Sorensen's thoughts on mild aggrievement against Kirsty Dowie for not giving that penalty. Well, ball down by Dana Castellanos. Here though, there hasn't been that much drama. A penalty shout for Everton. A few half chances for Man City. Man City come forward though, and again, as they have for the majority of this half, Chloe Kelly makes space down the right side and gets a cross in, which is played back out and eventually cleared further forward. Kelly will try and make an own goal there, and West Ham now lead 2-1 as Everton come forward. Trying to find Katja Schnosh. She plays a pass through, and there might be something on here, but the pass is nowhere near any yellow shirt. Chelsea have doubled their advantage meanwhile against Reading. Guro Wrighton has scored there. An own goal there, and West Ham now lead 2-1 as Everton come forward. Trying to find Katja Schnosh. She plays a pass through, and there might be something on here, but the pass is nowhere near any yellow shirt. Chelsea have doubled their advantage meanwhile against Reading. Guro Wrighton has scored there. Morgan. Hasegawa breaks into the box. Hasegawa breaks into the box. Hasegawa does well to turn. Can't get a shot off though. She will lay that off and it will be driven and deflected just wide. So will Kirsty Dowie give Manchester City a chance to build a final attack? The ball is back with Steph Horton at the halfway line, and that is the end of the first half here at the Etihad Academy Stadium. God, and Elise Stenovic as a back four. A midfield three of Izzy Christensen, Claire Wheeler, Aurora Galley and Lucy Hope sitting back as well, with Nicoline Sorensen and Katja Schnosh as a front two. The Man City team, Paul W Radio there, delighted to be with you, Man City or Everton fans, on the final day of the season. And of course we'll keep you up to date with games elsewhere as Everton come forward early on through Nicoline Sorensen. who's Daly, by the way, has scored for Aston Villa against Arsenal. Which means that Buddy Shaw now needs 4 goals to keep up with that as a breakneck speed that Manchester City have been known to play at. Who's in front of the stand, and back to Courtney Brosnan, who has declared that. She does so. Katrine Vai. Yui Hasegawa is out-muscled here, and there might be a break here, and Nicolene Sorensen again makes her way into the penalty area. She has Katja Schnoj with her. Sorensen shoots and the ball clear. And now can Buddy Shaw make something happen? She finds Chloe Kelly. Lauren Hemp is with her. Here is Hemp. Back to Shaw. Shaw has space to shoot. Buddy Shaw! And she will score for Manchester City. That is what she does. One of the deadliest strikers in Europe, Khadija Shaw. And that season, fine example of counter-attacking football here. Shaw to Kelly, to Hemp, back to Bunny Shaw, and from that, and the deadlock is broken here. 1-0 to Manchester City. Kelly, Angeldal. Great play from Angeldal. Great play from Yui Hasegawa to shield the ball and late. And again, Wahabi. Castellanos tries a strike, but it's under pressure. But once again, they'll work forward and Bunny for any opposition defence. You can see Hemp making purposeful progress and striking one. What a strike! That is a beauty of a goal. Lauren Hemp just deciding, right, okay, I'm going to take this responsibility myself, taking on her fullback and curling the ball. And that goal almost out of nothing here. Just cuts back onto her left foot. Manchester City doubling their advantage on the hour mark. And it is 2 of their key players, Bunny Shaw and Lauren Hemp, who scored. That is Lauren Hemp's 7th WSL goal of the season. Worked clear again. And now Castellanos wants to pass back. It's lifted over instead. Played back in. And Hasegawa. Ah! Righty. Man City work the ball around once again. As you can hear, Greenwood. Alex Greenwood stepping up. You can see Manchester City coming up a lot further now, pressing a little bit higher, and that's a good ball. And Morgan finds Bunny Shaw. Bunny Shaw has space and she will make it 3-0. Bunny Shaw is inevitable. As soon as she receives the ball on the edge of the 6. And Bunny Shaw just controls that, leaves 3 Everton players bottom corner. And that will probably seal the outcome here. Started the game and got a standing ovation by both sets of fans when she was substituted. And now Vicky Savecki. Catherine Vai tries to. Manchester City are 3-0 up. And here goes Lauren Hemp tormenting Katrine Vai again and getting a cross in, and Bunny Shaw will rise for this, doesn't get to it. Will nearly run to Philippa Angeldal. One more. She does get a hat-trick. Needs 2 now, actually, in fact, to be level with Rachel Daly. Although Aston Villa in particular are closing that gap. Corner lifted into the back post. Courtney Brosnan gets to it, and now Everton will work the ball and give it away. And here is Bunny Shaw in space again. And can Bunny Shaw get a shot off? She can, but this time it's on a hat-trick. next Wednesday, 31st of May, Laura Coombs will be hoping that she might have a chance of getting into that after recently returning into the squad for the Arnold Clark Cup. That's a nice pass for Nicoline Sorensen, who plays the ball across goal, and there's space, and it will be put home at the back post for Everton. And it will eventually be 1-0, almost. Manchester City and Gareth Taylor. A little bit of a blot on their copybook. Is there any chance for comeback? Probably not, but never say never. But 2 goals from Bunny Shaw and Lauren Hemp with a trademark cut in and strike from Lauren Hemp. And here is Bunny Shaw spinning away. Can she get a hat-trick? Bunny Shaw, she can't go round Courtney Brosnan. Kelly react with frustration. And now here is Lauren Hemp again. And she's so again, just to run through all the substitutes. We'll wait just for a second. But Kirsten Kasparai, number 2, coming on for 14, Esme Morgan. Excuse me, 15, Lila Wahabi. And Hayley Rasso, a yellow card for Everton. Sure. With the ball fed through once again, and Bunny send their fans home even happier. Lifted in, and Khadija Shaw will rise for this. It goes over her head though, and Everton will try and clear it, and they do so. And 4 minutes that will likely be like waiting for the bell on the last day. Although here is Khadija Shaw, and she will go round the goalie and put it. Determined to finish her season with a bang. Everton will try and work the ball forward and get consolation perhaps here, or will we see day up and Reading will be relegated. But here come Everton again, and it's driven, and that's well saved. Kiara Keating, it will break though, and driven home. And it was eventually, and that's good play by Abby Clark. The strike from Lucy Hope and driven home. In an eventful second half after a first half of the WSL season, Leonie Meyer has scored her first goal of the season, and that will be one of the last actions, not just of the game, but indeed the WSL season for Manchester City and Everton.